Let's run through some light manufacturing processes within NetSuite. NetSuite has a variety of different manufacturing processes, and the light manufacturing process allows for work orders and assembly builds. Think of those as backflushing a work order. So I'm currently logged in as Nick Singh, and Nick is our supply chain manager. He's using his dashboard here to look at his reminders, i.e. the executable tasks, and you can see here that he's got 3 work orders he needs to build. So let's go ahead and drill down into that. And the one we're going to use on this video today is our jar of marinara sauce. So let's drill down into this and have a look at the actual work order transaction itself so that we can see the relationship between the jar of marinara sauce and the components. Now, this is a very simple bill of materials for demonstration purposes, but you can see here, here's my finished product, a jar of marinara sauce. I'm building 5 of those, and the components within this is a glass jar and marinara. Now, you could have things like contract manufacturing processes, labor, etc., as part of your bill of material here from a costing perspective, as well as an outside processing or contract manufacturing process. But for today, I've just kept it simple. Now, as part of this, you can see that when we establish the BOM or bill of material, we actually set the relationship between the jar of marinara sauce as well as the components here. So you can see 5 finished goods are going to be created, then we've got a quantity of 5 jars required, and then 5 units of marinara sauce. Now, this could be liters, it could be ounces, whatever you want within your units of measure here, you could actually set it up that way. Now, what we'll go ahead and do is simply create a build. Now, this work order itself has done nothing other than commit inventory. So you can see over here that it's committed inventory for the raw materials. So I can no longer use this raw material in a sales process or within a another work order. I've committed the inventory to that. So I can go ahead and now create the build. And the build process itself is where I would decrement my raw material. I reduce my on-hand inventory by 5. So I've got 26 on hand and 52 on hand respectively here. Once I save this transaction, it will reduce my on-hand inventory by 5 from each of those, and then increase my on-hand inventory for my finished goods here. So you can also see I've got my inventory detail here. If I wanted to enter any kind of lot information, if this particular item was lot tracked, similar with the component items, if they were lot tracked, I could go ahead and enter a lot number here and use NetSuite's lot traceability to see all of that information. So once I go ahead and save this transaction, what's actually happened is that all of the inventory movements have happened, reducing my on-hand components by 5 each and increased my on-hand by 5 as well. And I have completed the manufacturing process. All kind of accounting and finance processes would also happen in the background, moving the inventory balance from one GL account to another if I segregated raw material and finished goods. If I had the simple inventory account, it would just debit and credit the same account.